guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kajin Cosplay, and today we're back again with you guys with Viking! Episode 2, Season 5, The Departed Part 2.
Last episode, what happened?
Well, the brother were kind of itchy with each other, like overly polite.
Yeah. They're trying not to antagonize one another, but obviously, at least it's especially between Uba and Ivar, it's not going well. Ivar, though, has tried to, appease his brothers a little bit because they're the only ones he has left. Floki's gone. That was a nice scene, by the way. But yeah, Floki's gone, so Ivar was trying to, give in to his brother's needs, but at the same time, he also wanted to, attack some people, some Christians, and just lash out because he needed to let go of all his anger and stuff.
True.
So that was a pretty brutal attack on York, I think it was.
York, yeah.
Yeah, and they killed a bunch of people, and they were kids crying, and I didn't like it. I don't like seeing kids cry.
They also tortured the priest with molten gold.
Yeah. The bishop, we found out that the bishop is a very intense bishop.
Way too intense.
He's pretty into his religion, okay? And King Harald came back to Kattegat, and he's facing Lagertha. And last time we saw him, he was like with a sword to his neck saying, "Strike! Strike, damn it!" Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen to him. Let's jump in this episode and see where this goes.
Alright.
Let's go.
Love her dress. I prefer her in blue and red.
They kept him as a prisoner?
Well, he's a king.
You've confessed your guilt?
Yes, so that all could hear.
Then tell me why I should not kill you.
Everything has changed. I did what I did because of a woman. She refused to marry me unless I became king of all Norway. I tried to take your kingdom. I had nothing against you. It was just to be worthy of her.
Then why has everything changed?
Because she lied to me.
And what did you do?
I killed her.
Well, she tried to kill you first.
And now that
Your brother
she's
killed
dead,
her.
I no longer.
So then, what are your intentions?
I want to offer you my friendship and alliance.
Look at you. Do you think you're in a position to offer me anything?
I'm still a king.
And what would you want in return for this alliance?
You have no man in your life, and I no woman. Perhaps that's one answer to your question.
Knowing the rap sheet she's got with husbands, I wouldn't ask that.
Do you really think, King Harald, that I would prostrate myself at your feet and offer thanks to the gods that you would deign to be my husband? And I should be grateful for you that you would offer to come to my bed in all your glory.
She's got dicks before.
What are you doing, woman?
She's taking charge.
There. Now I'm done. I'm not grateful. Oh, Lagertha.
She basically raped him, so
She did.
he's offering this to her as like, oh, you've got no husband, but you need a husband in your life and stuff. She basically took from him what he could give her instead of bargaining it.
Yeah.
Uba! Litzek!
That's painful.
Did you take a look around?
The work on strengthening the defenses is going well.
Why do you need a personal bodyguard, Abraham?
What?
You were just stopped by your bodyguards. Why do you need them?
I'm a cripple. I need a bodyguard.
No, you don't.
It's not just the bodyguard, Ivar. The fact is, you never seem to consult us about anything. It's as if you think you are now the leader of our great army.
I think he does think he is a leader.
He wants to be,
We three brothers are the leaders together, as our father would have wished.
We are older than you, Ivar. You can't push us aside. It's unacceptable.
No. You're right, Fitzek. But you two have to understand that it is harder for me to share and to stake my claim. I truly want to be your equal, but in order for me to do so, I have to do better than you. I have to make you forget that I'm a cripple.
Listen, Ivar, we know what you are. And we accept what you are.
Don't try to make us feel sorry for you. Because, my brother, we never will.
Oh, okay.
That's a good thing.
There's a
Yeah.
large Saxon force on its way here.
The problem with having 3 leaders is that it's bound to create tension and disagreements.
He knows that he's not the leader of the great
But he
army,
wants to
but
be.
He wants to be, yeah.
I think that through his actions, he wants people to choose to follow him instead of the others. Like, he's not gonna do anything, but they are gonna make the choice.
Yeah. And if people choose him as leader, his brother can do nothing about it. What? Who freed him?
His men were like, he probably knew that something like that might happen.
Bro!
I mean, he is the king. Like, he's got people on his side.
Oh, snaps.
He's got a bargaining chip.
Oh, Lagertha's gonna be pissed.
I think Lagertha's years are numbered as Queen of Kattegat. I still intend to become king of Fall Norway, which means I shall take over Kattegat among other kingdoms. But I remain unmarried. I need a queen. I need to breed and produce sons.
Oh,
You want me to be your queen?
he wants you to be his cattle.
Why not?
You have to understand, Lagertha has been so good to me. I owe her everything.
Yeah, but there's bad
There
blood.
is no way that you'll ever agree to marry me.
No.
I kind of feel bad for him. That's 3 women who kind of laugh at the idea of being his wife.
Woman in the whole country. Tell me honestly, Astrid. Doesn't that appeal to you at all? Doesn't that make your blood race just a little quicker? Don't your eyes shine just a little brighter? Or have I misjudged you?
The thing is, you can just force her to marry him, right?
I fear that she's thinking about it. Forcing her to marry him would achieve absolutely nothing. Well, I mean, it would be harsh for Lagertha if she ended up marrying him.
What is it to report?
If he just forces her.
Repairing and improving the town's defenses, Your Grace.
Floki! Well, my God, win!
Lovely singing voice.
The Northmen have been reinforcing the defenses of the town. They have repaired and extended the ramparts.
That is bad news.
I thought so too. Apparently, They have felt unable or unwilling to repair the old Roman walls that are still standing. In fact, in several places the walls are crumbling. They remain unguarded and unprotected.
Then we have a plan of attack.
We do. With your permission.
We should wait.
Not rush. Let our armies be combined.
Yes, and I can contact my father's ealdormen and ask them to join us.
And when all that is done,
Yes, my prince. When all that is done, we shall attack.
It sounds better than all the other
Huge
attacks
army.
they did.
Adolf's army, and Mun's army, and
Ayla's leftovers.
Kills Ayla's army. That would be a huge fight. Okay.
It's a good thing they thought about a stronghold then. So, are you gonna survive me?
Did you find land?
Yay!
You did!
Have we been here before? Do we recognize the place?
Doesn't look like England, so no. Volcano. Where is he?
Fader, þakka þér fyrir þessar sýnir. Þakka heiðan jörði og geyni öllum fólki þín fyrir því að koma mér hingað.
I hope for him it's not just some strange island in the sea. Nobody living on it.
Just the fact that he ended up somewhere, I think, is enough for him.
What do you think about Lagertha's mistake?
I really wonder where he ended up. Nice.
Ooh. He's having visions too. You saw the silhouette?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
That's Floki.
Asgard! Ikke vi Asgard! Ikke vi landguder!
Think you need water, man? He's seeing like the water go upwards
Yeah, I
and
saw
then
it too. It was Loki, right?
I think
The
horns.
horns, yeah.
What are you doing?
another contraption to help him stand. Whoa.
What? Is it gonna work, you think?
The crutches were already a good idea, and now like his legs are gonna be like supported. Then
oh my god. Oh my gosh. The land that this man would do to... Oh my gosh.
with practice, this could, you know, work out.
Oh my god, he's almost even taller than his brothers.
Well, no, not really, but
But if he stand up straight, he's almost taller than Bitzerk. Look.
he's standing up.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
You
oh
go,
my
man.
gosh! I'm freaking out,
go.
guys!
Wow.
Oh my goodness!
You know the thing he said to his brother is like, Uba is basically saying that all three of them are leaders, but in Ivar's mind, it's one thing to say we're all equal. It's another thing for everyone else to believe it. You know?
True.
Oh yeah, Ivar is also one of the leaders of the Great Army, but he can't stand up. You know, he's the cripple. He's the one that always has, in his mind at least, he always has to do more in order to do the same amount of work than the others, you know? To prove himself, he needs to do better than the other two because he is the cripple. I think that's always going to be his state of mind. That's always going to be how he thinks. Even though, like, his brothers are saying, like, stop trying to make us feel bad for you or sorry for you. We know what you're capable of. We don't really care about your condition. You are our brother, and that's it. The condition is still there.
True.
You know, it's almost like saying, I don't see color, you know? It's like saying, oh, I don't see that you're a cripple. You're just my brother. But then you're not seeing who I really am, you know? I am a cripple. I need to do better in order to do the same amount of work as you guys. So I feel like even though they tell him, oh, we don't care about your condition, he's always going to be trying to prove himself, which is why we see him always trying to find new ways of being, you know, on the same, not pedestal, but on the same level as the others. At least now he can stand up, but it's not over. Like, his struggle is not over because he can't run. He can't, you know, be as fast as the others. So he's gonna have to do better than that. He's gonna have to train more.
It's still a huge step ahead because now he's gonna be able to look people right in the eye on the same high level.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not gonna look down on him and say, "Oh, look the cripple." He's gonna be able to stand up and say, "Talk to my face."
Which makes me think about why, you know what I was saying, I think Ivar truly wants to lead the Great Army because he's got plans of his own. Like, he wants to be Ragnar's legacy. He wants to be the one that fights all of the continent, you know, and becomes, you know...
In his mind, his father chose him to wield the burden of the name of Ragnar and go on with it.
So right now I think his goal is to at least do as good, if not better, but be at least on the same level as his brothers. But I think the ultimate goal for Ivar is to gain the army's trust, to gain their help and their respect and stuff, and then their loyalty. And eventually, if he proves himself, if he proves that he can do better, like York was his idea, and it worked out just fine. And now they've got another fight coming, a very huge one coming.
Huge fight with, like I said, Bishop Edmund's army, Aethelwulf's army, and what's left of King Aela's army.
Yeah. So if he proves himself again in that fight, the other Vikings might, you know, follow him. And it's one thing to try and steal the army from your brothers, but if the army chooses to follow you, there's nothing the others can do about it.
True.
Obviously, there's still tension between, especially Uba and Ivar. Like, they don't agree on everything, but they're trying to make it seem like they're united right now. I don't believe in that unity. No matter what they say, I don't believe that they can think, you know, further than, oh shit, you killed Sigurd, and you're ruthless, and you're dangerous. Like, it's almost like, Vitzek is less, like, careful around Ivar, but Uba it's like he's always trying to walk on eggs when it comes to his brother, you know? He's trying not to break the eggs, he's trying not to break his brother's sanity and make him, you know, lose it. But you know from the way he acts that there is so much he wants to tell his brother, but at the same time he's his brother. That's the thing. Uba, I think he's between two hard choices because he's a family guy. He likes his brothers. He wants them to, you know, be at his sides and help him out. But he doesn't agree with the way Ivar does things. So
no,
we'll have to wait and see how they do in the fight.
I really like how they show us the progression of Ivar as a character.
Yeah.
When they started, he was the, like, sorry for my phrasing, poor little cripple.
What?
sorry for my phrasing. Poor little cripple.
Poor little cripple.
Yeah, poor little cripple. Like he was
the victim.
He was the victim. People were laughing at him. He couldn't get any woman. Well, he had to ask his brother for them to ask Margaret to sleep with him, and he ended really bad. Thanks God.
No, it's like he's conquering his disability.
A little bit further in the timeline, he went with his father in England. He killed for the first time, I guess. Over
Well,
there.
no, he killed when he was a kid.
Oh yeah, but if you forget the kid's time, sorry. But he killed eyes on a rape, basically, with his father. He went back. Floki built the chariot for him, so they can move on the battlefield. And now he built a support for his legs so that I can stand and walk, kinda.
Yeah, basically he's defeating his disability.
Yeah.
Conquering it. It's cool.
It's
That
really-
shows
it's
his
really nice.
determination. It shows his
It's really
determination and his willpower when it comes to these things. I mean, that's as much as he hates his crippleness, like as much as he hates his disability, that's what made him who he is today. When you've had to, fight better and fight more and just prove yourself more than everyone else your entire life, you're bound to either be the little victim that just lets it happen to him, or you conquer it and you become better and you gain that determination that just brings him places. It's pretty cool.
Just like Tyrion said in Game of Thrones, he uses dwarfism as an armor against his opponent.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit different, but yeah, it kind of.
He
fits.
uses difference as an armor.
With Floki, it's
as a
like
weapon,
that.
basically.
Like Floki doesn't use that as a weakness. He's just that's who you are. You gotta accept it. Stop trying to pretend you're not a cripple. You are a cripple. Ragnar was the same too. Like stop trying to be someone you're not. You are a cripple. Accept it and move on. It's okay, because if you use it, if you see that as a weakness, then other people will see it as a weakness too.
Sure.
Now, speaking of Floki, his journey is taking on an interesting turn. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I feel like it's not necessarily about where he ends up that's important. It's about how he sees his journey and how he sees the destination for himself and for his future and stuff. He had no purpose, and just the fact that he ended up somewhere, and he didn't even try, he had given up basically, but he ended up somewhere. I feel like that's gonna maybe help him think that yes, the gods are there, and yes, they still have me in their favor, yes, they still have a plan for me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's gonna be enough for him to find a way, to go in the future. I still don't know where he's going with all that Asgard thing. Like, I don't know. I don't think he's
Pretty
truly
sure he
there.
didn't hit up in Asgard.
No, but I mean, right now he's maybe having hallucinations, but
Probably.
I mean, Athelstan kept having hallucinations too, and it helped him, guide him several times, and it gave him faith. When he didn't know if he wanted to be Viking or Christian after Egbert and stuff. Like, he had a vision, and then after that he went to Ragnar, and he was like, my faith has been restored. Like, I am a true Christian.
Yeah.
It killed him, but it gave him faith, something that Floki doesn't have anymore. So maybe having this is going to give him faith again. Now the last thing I wanted to talk about is the Lagertha
Speaking
situation.
above Lagertha, Astrid, and King Harald.
Yeah.
When I said that, what happened with Astrid reminded me of an old tradition that I saw. It's when I watched the TV show Marco Polo, where they used to talk about, I kidnapped my wife, and these good old times. Yeah. I really don't know if King Harald kidnapped her, because he really does intend for her to fall in love with him in the future, like, you're gonna learn to love me kind of way, or just because he wants to use her as a bargaining chip against Lagertha, because she was a lover and she was a right-hand woman.
If he just wanted to use her as a bargaining chip, he wouldn't have freed her, he wouldn't have offered her anything. He could have forced her to be his wife. I think he truly wants someone by his side that is both strong and capable, That's someone that can be a ruler by his side. And someone that is also gonna hurt Lagertha deeply because she refused to be his wife. That was the second one that basically laughed at the idea of becoming his wife. He's hurt about this. I feel like having Astrid, like, he saw maybe in her a need to be stronger and a need to be like in a position of power, and she couldn't have that with Lagertha because Lagertha's the queen. Like, she's just a concubine. Like, she's just the one that stands on the side and does whatever Lagertha wants her to do. And there's been bad blood between the two ever since, well, for a while now, because she slept with Bjorn. And Lagertha, like, as much as she tried to say, like, I hope it was worth it and stuff, I don't think she is okay with that. Like, she's been colder with her ever since, and she's been disagreeing with a lot of stuff that Astrid's been saying. I feel like Astrid wants to prove herself, and Lagertha's not letting her.
Yeah.
Now she's loyal, like, she's got her pride and stuff, but I feel like maybe the more Harald talks to her and gives her, you know, speeches about, oh, you want to be, you know, strong, you want to prove yourself, that's going to be appealing to her. And I feel like she might turn, if she ends up marrying the guy, of course Lagertha is going to be hurt. It's the woman she trusted. It's the woman she was supposed to be, you know, maybe not in love with, but at least she shared her bed with her, which means she trusted her at the very least. And now she got betrayed once again. I think it's genuine. He doesn't love her. He doesn't want her to love him. He wants this to be a partnership born out of their mutual need to be in power and prove themselves. I'm afraid it's going to work. The thing with Lagertha is that we know she's going to be killed by one of the sons of Ragnar. So, and she believes it truly. So I don't think she's going to be afraid of that. Like, she's not going to be scared. But there's nothing in the prophecy that says that she can be dethroned.
True. Nothing says that.
And I mean, just like we're talking about the Great Army and stuff, and what's happening in England with, like, a lot of followers banding up together against one foe. It's this thing here. Lagertha, she's got basically one king trying to fight her, and there are the sons of Ragnar too, that if they decide, oh, we want to attack Lagertha, they could find followers. They've got the Great Army on their side too. Some of them are her men, but Bjorn is no longer with them.
Nope.
So
please come back with the Mediterranean, please.
I don't know. I mean, I could see maybe Astrid fall for that, or at least they can tease us with it.
Well,
but
for Astrid, I think I can see like 4 possible ending for her. She can end up dead if she refuses to marry him. Basically, she can stay a prisoner. She can choose to willingly marry him because she decided that she's gonna be better with him than with Lagertha, because, like you said, Lagertha was pushing her off.
And be forced to marry him. I don't
or
believe in
she
that.
can stay true to Lagertha but still maybe marry him also.
If she wants
like
to,
an agent disguise.
I think the harm would be done if she does it. And I mean, what's the point? Like, she's already in the midst of it. Like,
she knows that he wants to attack Kattegat in the future.
Killing him in the bed, like
she
something
can
like
kill
that.
Him in the back, like. Or maybe learn what is
but I don't
about his man, what he intends to do.
Yeah, but how is she gonna say anything about that to Lagertha?
She can learn everything that she couldn't try to escape after.
It's possible. I personally don't really like that version of the story, because not because it's not believable, not because it might not happen, just because I don't know. Like, it's something that we've seen before with Lagertha. She did the same, like, maybe pretending to marry someone.
Personally, I think that he might try force her to marry him and use her as a trophy wife.
That one also I don't really like, because what's the point of forcing her? Like, having her as a queen means, you know, having her help him, support him, having her, you know, appeal to maybe the fighters that don't agree with Lagertha. We know that there are people in Kattegat that don't agree with her.
I don't think that King Harald is really that far from the mind of, oh, you're gonna learn to love me type of
mind. But he's still, yes, but I don't think he will force her, at least not as the, I'm gonna force you to be my wife and give me kids and that's it. I think he wants her to have a presence on the battlefield. He wants her to help him out, and he wants to appeal to her need to be strong.
So he's gonna keep her as a prisoner until she learns to love him, and then he's gonna marry her, you said?
He wants her to decide. He freed her. There's a reason why he freed her. He doesn't intend to force her to do anything, but he's sure gonna manipulate the shit out of her, so she says, oh, you know what, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, it won't be really willingly, like you said.
We'll wait and see. She's been surprising me a lot this season. Well, last season too, with Bjorn and stuff, so. Okay, so anything else?
Well, I think we're done.
So we're gonna move on. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it's gonna be on Patreon soon. Check it out. The link is in the description.
So don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now, and if not, with the next one to be out on YouTube, guys. So we're gonna see you soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys.